All right, welcome back to the channel once again. Steuben here, and today we have a little bit more gameplay from Pokemon League. There's the fist bump. On the left, we have Dan, aka Trazer TV, playing Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR. On the right, we have Will with Hydrapple EX and friends. Dan's going to start us off here benching a Squawkabilly, a second Hisuian Zoroark, and we're going to see an Ultra Ball discarding Gengar and the Pheasantipity. Gengar can come back from the grave every turn, putting 3 damage counters on itself. And then Dan can use cards like Damage Pump to move that damage up and off of that Gengar onto the other Pokemon in play. And then that will trigger the ticking curse of Hisuian Zoroark to do even more damage. Dan's going to find another Gengar, and I think we're just going to see these Squawk and C's discarding a switch card, the Gengar, and a boss's orders. 6 fresh cards here. There's another Hisuian Zoroark. Looks like an Ultra Ball. And I see another boss. It looks like a Dodrio from Pokemon Go going to hit the bin as well. And there is the Doduo. Dodrio can place 1 damage counter on itself every turn. And then it gets to draw a card. And then its attack for 1 energy does more damage for every damage counter on it. Just to pass back over, and then Will, we're going to see some teal dance action a couple times here. Will loves to throw those silver dollars and half dollars down on his Pokemon cards every week at League to assert his dominance. Press's research going to discard. It looked like a Hyper Aroma. Maybe that was a Prime Catcher. I couldn't quite tell. A Mew EX and a few other cards into the bin, and then a Buddy Buddy Poffin out of the new 7 cards. We're going to see some apples hit the bench. It's October right now as this video is being recorded and being pushed out to the channel. So a lot of people are out there picking apples. Will's doing it at Pokemon League. Bug catching set. I mean, also, too, it's that time of the year where all the fruit flies come in from all the apples. And here's Will finding some bugs off the top 7 cards of the deck. Decides to grab the Hydrapple EX and another Ogerpon EX as well. If you haven't noticed from a lot of these videos that Ogerpon EX is just like in everything, for everything. It does everything. And another bug catching set for Will. Digging a little bit deeper, trying to find a few more cards here. You can look for, again, Grass Pokemon and a Basic Energy. It looked like a Diplin and a Grass Energy being added to the hand. Dan goes in for the cut. Another Ogerpon, another Teal Dance. Will draws yet another card. Keeping the sequencing going here. See a couple energy cards in hand. It's kind of hard to get the read on what he's got access to since his hand is so far back. But just a pass over to Dan. Dan has the Damage Pump. There's the Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR. The Dodrio's ability going to kick in, drawing him an extra card. And it looks like a boss's orders, the Zoroark, and that pump. Here is the Gengar with its ability. Underworld Door coming into play. Damage Pump's going to move 2 of those off on to the Squawkabilly. Hisuian Zoroark's VSTAR power is going to allow him to basically play a Professor's Research without using a supporter for turn, discard his hand, and draw 7 new cards. Looking for something here. Ultra Ball discarding a man. If he has a Terrapagos in hand, has double Damage Pump. There goes the Gape Jaw Bog. Finds another Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR. 270 HP, and its attack is Ticking Curse. It does 50 damage times the amount of Pokemon that you have in play with damage counters on them. There's the other one being evolved. Terrapagos hitting the bench as well. And then a real Professor's Research. Doesn't quite have the stadium yet. I would have loved to see those damage pumps that just got discarded used. There's the double turbo. There's the secret box. Another damage pump in hand. Secret box going to discard double Carmine and a Nest Ball. And you can search for a supporter, a stadium, a tool card, and an item. So it is a 4 for 4. Just like the old deal at Wendy's, the old 4 for 4. Everyone loved the 4 for 4. Why'd you take it away, Wendy's? Anyways, secret box. Just going to go ahead and grab the Capturing Aroma, the boss's orders, and the Area 0 Underdepths. Looks like no tool card being played by Dan. Capturing Aroma, flipping a Tails, searching for a basic Pokemon. Going to see a Doduo. And of course, Dan does have that stadium in hand, so we can go ahead and bench it. after the stadium is played. Now, both of these players can have up to 8 Pokemon on their bench if they have a Terra Pokemon. And, of course, Dan does in the form of Terrapagos. And, of course, all those Teal Mask Ogerpons are freaking Terra Pokemon. It's absolutely insane. And there is the Gengar back from the dead. Damage pump moving 2 damage over to the Terrapagos. And now Hisuian Zoroark is hitting for 250 minus 20 from the double turbo, 230 damage. Dan takes the first 2 prizes of this game. These 2 players were both undefeated this week at League. This match decided everything. See a Teal Dance onto the active Ogerpon, a rare candy into the Hydrapple EX. 330 HP on this thing. It does 30 base damage and then 30 more damage for every grass energy attached to all of your Pokemon with that Syrup Storm attack. One of the Applins being evolved into a Diplin. And another Applin hitting the bench. And Will's just got a couple cards in hand, so he really has to cook enough energy here to get up over this Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR. We're going to see a retreat off of that and a counter catcher, and go ahead and just bring up one of these Gengars. Kind of just trap him in the active. Dan's going to draw for turn. It looks like there's a single copy of Cypher Maniac's code breaking in here. Oh, he's going for the Luminous Energy. Okay, so Gengar being gusted up actually can attack in this deck thanks to the Luminous Energy. It's basically a rainbow energy, but it doesn't work with other special energy. And then now he doesn't have any ways to draw cards except for that Doduo, so putting that on top of the deck just kind of guaranteed that he's able to get out of it for the turn. One more damage counter onto it. Also has a boss's orders. Is there something that he could potentially knock out with this Gengar? I don't think any of the EXs can get knocked out, but he's just going to go ahead and knock out the Applin. Three prizes left for Dan. What can Will do here? Promotes that Ogerpon back up into the active. Evolves the Diplin into another Hydrapple EX. Look at those beautiful illustration rares. Teal Dance into a bug catching set here for Will. Grabbing 2 more grass energy. So between the second Teal Dance, as well as the abilities of both of the Hydrapples, probably going to see a lot of energy come into play this turn. Still has a turn attachment. There's the second Teal Dance. Going to go ahead and draw an additional card. Has a couple energy in hand, so he can definitely use the abilities of these Hydrapples. He's going to retreat into one of the Hydrapple. Use its ability. Turn attach. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitting for 150. He does knock out the Gengar. Taking his first prize of the game. Definitely gives him a little bit more time. Hisuian Zoroark maybe can reach there. We'll see what happens. I think all the damage pumps are gone. Dan's going to start with a Capturing Aroma. Tails gets another basic Pokemon and puts it into the hand. Looks like another Doduo being grabbed. Maybe a couple of Dodrios over the next couple of turns can help Dan reach. Has another Gengar as well, so he'll at least have 5 damaged Pokemon in play. Palpad's going to put 2 bosses' orders back into the deck. Shuffle it up. I think he's just going to have to gust around the Hydrapple and into the Ogerpons, which also does reduce the damage output of the Hydrapple. So I do see that line of play here. Third damage counter on to the Dodrio. Finds a double turbo energy. Gengar is back once again from the dead. Happy Halloween. Boss's orders up the Ogerpon that has 2 energy on it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pokemon in play. Once again hitting for 230 damage. Going down to a single prize card left. Will really needs to start cooking this turn. If not, it's over. Capturing Aroma, flipping a Tails. Searching for a basic. And it looks like I'm going to see a Nest Ball at the same time. Just kind of time savers here. 2 basic Pokemon being found. Ogerpon and a Applin. Applin into the hand. Ogerpon must have been from the Nest Ball. Little shuffle-uffle here. And go ahead and yep, there is the Applin hanging in the tree. And he just has 3 energy in play, so it's only 120 damage, which also increases the damage output of the Zoroark. Bosses orders the Applin, and Dan has the game going 4-0 tonight with Hisuian Zoroark at our local Pokemon League. Again, if you enjoy these games, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. It really helps us get there to the next step of content. And of course, smash the like button and comment down below what your favorite card in this matchup was, what kind of decks you want to see in the future. If you hate me, if you love me, whatever, send some positive vibes my way. And I hope you guys have a great day or night or morning or whatever. Bye.